Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll make this a second and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's go!
Brady to throw on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of...
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 4th down. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here.
Let's go. Right again.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
Saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
This is caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Magnolites are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And it's incomplete. That's one of the strangest play calls you'll ever see. But they'll get it back at 2nd down. Well, folks, I guess just when you think you've seen it all, you see a fake punt in that situation. A little unorthodox. But the incompletion, and now it's 2nd down. Well, I've never seen this one. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. Not exactly sure why they'd have him throwing the ball there out of a punt formation, but they will have another shot at things as it's 3rd down now. And oh, we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And that'll be incomplete, but remember, crazy situation here you don't see often. Not 4th down yet, so they will keep possession. A lot of confusion, especially in the crowd right now. A lot of folks thinking it's a turnover on downs, but it's not. It's just an incomplete pass. That was 3rd down. Now it's 4th down. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
To throw, it's Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 11. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more. Don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
Well, the easy answer is no. Because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough fought due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans, was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013, 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 19. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. first catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down.
What would you have said to me if I told you in pregame that Big Ben and Antonio Brown wouldn't have hooked up until the second half?
I would say that they'd be losing, and they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got to find a way now to continue to connect and try and get their team back in this game.
Let's go!
Now Roethlisberger on first down, being chased out left. And that is incomplete here. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And incomplete, so the fake, a 3rd down fake that is, doesn't work. But now it's 4th down. I was just confused on that one. I had 3rd down written. It said 3rd down on the scoreboard. Do you think the sideline lost track? Maybe they thought it was 4th?
It's something went haywire, and I'll admit it. I've lost track of downs before, but I'm not the one calling plays. I'm not the one keeping track here. They have to know this. And look, I love my football north of the border as much as anyone, but here it's 4 downs. All right? I can't believe they tried it that way and then went ahead and faked it as well. Nothing doing.
The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Allen's got it over the middle. 30. And they rattle off a big one. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. first down. Brady. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Again, it's Brady. And he will have a touchdown. Julio Jones from 17 yards out. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead.
Well, these Madden Elites can breathe just a little bit easier now.
I don't think anybody expected this to be as close as it has been.
Yeah, especially not them. I think they expected to come in here and just lay it to them. I think right now, they're just going to have a little tip of the cap to the other sideline.
Certainly, there's some respect that has been built up in this game. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
The Madden Elites offense trotting out again. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Brady going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
It would be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's James. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Forced out to it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Let's go.
Brady going to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
Offside.
back.
Defense.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as
penalty
puzzled
is
as you are,
declined.
partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football.
Let's go now.
Always take the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all, and I think one of the hardest things for a guy...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a